watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right now.
The Ducks are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the outbound. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Floating away. Rolling right and going deep. It's a inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
And the Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Off the bootleg, lost the toss. Into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off his red zone opportunity.
Well, the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in the situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. The play action fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, he scrambles out, he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field. Trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job of chasing by the defense.
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
see. With his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Great pass, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Winston. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down as brings up 3rd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
That's caught it. It's Brooks. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. We played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll immediately call timeout. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to adjust the pattern. Just keeps slinging it. Catch in the middle, it's Brooks. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
When you play zone coverage, you've got a wide receiver that's a beast. It's very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Winston. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Tigers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. Looking for room at the 30. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
I'm not going to lie, that 4th down and medium range is really, really difficult. You want to play pass, you're expecting pass, but offensively, boom, you sneak it in there. That means means you knew something. You saw something against this defense that you knew it would work. Great job by the offense, sticking to their guns.
This guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Makes the catch. Change now on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He's going to run it. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
The great thing about running a bootleg is it gets the quarterback outside the pocket right now. It allows him to use his athleticism. You got to drop back. You got to use your eyes. You got to play the pass first, and then all of a sudden he takes off and chews up yards so quickly.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball on the ground.
Move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, they wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience of this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
On 2nd and 10, 4 wide out set, trips right. Got it in the middle. It's Carrington. And they'll stop it just
because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. And explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation.
Plowing ahead. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Trying to run, it's one. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Running back searching for a hole. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out of this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Still on his feet at the 45. Look out. Vince up. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Winston. Firing to the right, complete. He goes out of bounds right into the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Lost the throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. He makes the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great way.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. Pulls it in. It's Brooks. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Get set.
From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short gain. LSU right back to the line. To the air. It's Winston. Under fire. In the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Imagine how this outcome is going to impact social media this week. One side ready for a parade, the other ready to hit the panic button.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete on the right side.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Out of the backfield, he's open. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll try to get it through the air. Extending the play. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sends it back in motion. Now the play fake. He's taking the shot. It's picked off. Not the second half start they hope for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And you will always remember your first. How about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Winston. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Shot down bounds at the big game. They'll mark it at the +42.
It's a really nice catch there. I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU. Take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years. And with this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide receiver youth. This guy is really good.
Got a man. It's Harrington. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. Touchdown, and the beatdown has ensued.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they hit him the ball a lot? Because he did that. It's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Wants to fire on second down. Hauls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
3:25.
3rd down play from the gun. Quarterback now breaking the field. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
2-9 Philly.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. High on target this time. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. He's got an open man. Racing down the right side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that with unproductive drive. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be 1st down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays thrown at him.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They're giving up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Toss to the outside. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Wants to throw. It's Winston. Throws to the tight end. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Buys a little extra time. Fires on the move. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the end. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On a little time, lets him go. Zings it complete to the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
He'll keep it himself. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Starts to scramble to the left. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And here comes the offense on second down. Tight end now in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Ducks are in the red zone. They'll move the tight end. Shotgun snap on third down. Pulls it in. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll run to the right, looking for the goal line. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on third and goal. Trying to barge their way out. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to him back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself. So I love the big fella getting the football.
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much. That's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Touchdown, Oregon! Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll set up to throw. Skips away from pressure. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give to the lone running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. We're just going to see what...
Oh, he's getting it hasty! Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, I'll tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Looking for a man. It's Winston. The short hands. It's Bickley. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working it outside. Made the grab and then did rest himself and they put points on the board. They extend this lead and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. There's no way to hit them, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you talking about? Make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it first and 10 from the 41. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got twiddled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a push on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Finds a little space. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense. Right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop. And you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Gets rid of it. He's got the tight end. And they'll knock him down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll ride his man on the option. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, lost it full. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to grow.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up.
Breaks into the open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Completion to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. From the shotgun, the